if you
What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. In this episode, we are removing that ugly freaking stock exhaust on my 2025 S1000RR. You guys know that this bike sounds like an absolute freaking vacuum cleaner. There's no sound, there's no presence, there's no anything. This bike is completely freaking soulless with the freaking stock exhaust. So in this episode, we are throwing that full titanium Akrapovic exhaust that has been sitting in my living room for the last freaking month. It's been absolutely killing me. We wanted to wait to get that first 1,000 freaking kilometers on this bike here, get that first service done, get that all out of the way before we put a tune on this, before we put a freaking exhaust on this. You guys seen in my last video, we tuned this freaking bike and it was a freaking huge freaking difference. BT Moto is absolutely crushing it in the tuning game. I don't think there's any better options out there whatsoever. BT Moto is just the best in the game, especially when it comes to BMW. I feel like they specialize in BMW so freaking much. They've got this thing dialed down to a fine freaking art. Like, BT Moto is just crushing it in the game. I don't care what anyone else says. I think it's the best tune out there. It is incredibly freaking easy to get this tune. Anyways, that's not what this video is about. This video is about the fire-breathing, full titanium Akrapovic shorty exhaust that is about to go on this bike. Anyways, let's get this bike loaded up, get it over to the shop, get this thing freaking breathing fire. Let's go.
But before we load this thing up in the truck over there, we might as well get one more cold start on the vacuum cleaner exhaust before we throw this full titanium exhaust on here. Let's go. As you can see, we've got that gross, really high idle here with the stock exhaust. BT Moto is going to solve that freaking high idle that I absolutely hate. We'll let her warm up for a second here before we give it a couple baby revs. Also, you guys might notice I've got a brand new seat on there. When I say brand new, it is a totally custom seat cover. That is the stock seat there. It's been carved out. It's got some work done to it. I think it looks absolutely freaking amazing. If you guys want me to make a video about this seat right here, drop some comments down below and I'll make an entire video dedicated to how I transformed my rock hard endurance seat on the new S1000 double frickin' R here. All right, let's give this thing a few revs here for some before and after content for you guys. As you can see, you get some popping, but nothing too crazy here in race mode. But this bike sounds like an absolute vacuum cleaner. It's just got no presence, no sound whatsoever. You guys know what the stock format sounds like here. Anyways, let's get this thing loaded up in the truck over here, get the ramp set up, get this thing over to Heart Attack Motorsports, and get this install frickin' going. As always, we gotta set up the just-in-case angle when we're loading this thing up here, so we're gonna sit you guys right there. Alright, it's not officially loaded up until you say, "That's not going anywhere, that's not going anywhere." All right, just in case angle 2. Too easy. All right, we got the full system on there now. First frickin' start. This bike is not tuned yet, so it's gonna sound a little bit funny with the idle and everything. So rest assured, we're gonna fix that real quick. Absolutely insane what that sounds like in real life. My ears are bleeding. All right, just in case angle times 3, let's go. Too easy. That's not going anywhere. That's not going anywhere.
All right, after a long 1,000 kilometers of riding this bike with a vacuum cleaner exhaust, we finally got the bike loaded up here with the full titanium Akrapovic exhaust. Cannot wait to get this bike out here on the highway and really listen to this bike freaking sing. Anyways, let's get home, let's get this thing unloaded and start riding this thing with the full titanium. Let's go.
And the last, just in case angle. Let's get this thing up to the mountain here so that we can rev the absolute freaking piss out of it and do some flybys, do all those cool sound tests. Let's go. All right, we're out here at the airport. We didn't go to the mountains. We thought that this would be a fantastic place to rev the absolute shit out of my full titanium Akrapovic exhaust. So we've got the GoPro set up right here. Hopefully we get a few flames here. It's not quite so freaking dark out yet. And then we've also got a microphone in the tail here. I haven't tested this out yet, so hopefully the audio comes out really good when we do some flybys. I got the DJI wireless freaking mic 2 here. It's got the 32-bit float, so it should sound absolutely freaking amazing. There shouldn't be any peaking. We should get a really, really good sound clip. So I'm excited to hear that. All right, but before we jump on the road here, get some flybys with the Sony camera, we got a starter up here, get some revs right here, some launch control revs, rev the absolute freaking piss out of it. Hopefully nobody comes driving by, no cyclists, anything like that complains. There's no houses around here. It's loud as crap with the airport. We should be good, but without further ado, let's start this full Akrapovic titanium exhaust. Let's go. Cold start. It's not really cold, it's pretty warm, but I don't know if you guys can notice, you have to raise your voice so freaking much. The audio clips that come through the camera do not justify this full titanium Akrapovic exhaust. All right, clear prop. All right, let's activate that launch control, get that really crazy high revving 9,000 RPM down. All right, clear prop, let's go. There's no microphone in the world that can convey to you guys how freaking ridiculously loud that freaking is. Alright guys, that was launch control. That was only 9,000 RPM. Now we're actually gonna rev the absolute crap out of this. Let's go. Clear freaking prop. I can't even freaking hold it there. That hurts the ears so freaking much. Alright, one more time. Let's go. Alright guys, I was just at a standstill here. We're gonna jump on the road here. We're gonna fire up the action cameras here, get some rolling under load freaking sound clips. I think they're gonna sound absolutely amazing. We're gonna get Will to hold the Sony freaking camera and get some pans across here on the road right behind me. I think it's gonna come through the microphone absolutely amazing. So we're gonna get two really good sound clips. Alright, let's jump on the road. Let's go. Will is fixing his jigsaw like jigsaw riders freaking do. All right, clear prop. Woo! All right, comment down below, how does the exhaust freaking sound? How is my microphone freaking set up right now? And let's get a proper sound clip. Let's go. Woo! Guys, I have to reiterate here, no microphone in the frickin' world picks up this exhaust, this full Akrapovic exhaust whatsoever. To my ears, it sounds absolutely disgustingly freaking loud. I really hope the mic is conveying at least 25% of what it can do. Woo!
Earplugs are an absolute freaking must when it comes to this full titanium Akrapovic exhaust. My freaking god! And we'll give her one more go. Oh shit. Woo! I felt the flame on that one. All right, guys, that's the full Akrapovic titanium exhaust. If you guys are looking to get one, prepare yourself for freaking permanent ear damage because it is absolutely freaking deafening. Earplugs are an absolute must. I was not wearing earplugs whatsoever. I need to be plugging my ears. I need to invest in some of those really nice molded earplugs to be riding with this full Akrapovic exhaust. Absolutely disgusting sound. Like, I can't convey to you guys that microphone on the camera there, the microphone in my tail there, the microphone in my helmet does not pick up that audio the way that I am hearing it, the way that Will holding the freaking camera is hearing it. It's absolutely disgusting. Nobody on YouTube can freaking pick up this audio in real life. You guys need to hear this thing for your freaking self to really know exactly what this freaking thing sounds like. And also, guys, this thing is gonna start turning blue really soon. Cannot freaking wait. I think I need the temperature to warm up just a little bit. We need those plus 30 days to get this thing to turn freaking blue the whole way. We've tried so many times, we've tried so many different ways to get my M1000R to turn blue, and it's just not freaking doing it. It's turning blue a little bit at the freaking headers, but that's about it. We need some plus 30 days to get that thing blue. Anyways, I'm gonna stop freaking talking. I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure you let your uncle, your aunt, your grandma, your grandpa know that I have a deafeningly loud, full titanium Akrapovic exhaust, and I'm gonna get in so much freaking trouble with it. Okay, goodbye.